Hey, welcome back. I am now, I think it's like 8 weeks out from Black Canyon 100K, so I really need to get to work right now. So I drove out about 20 minutes from my dad's house out in the Strongsville wildlife area, and I came out here to try to get on a nicer bike path around across the street so much because I want to get in a good tempo today. But unfortunately, my SI joint, I realized, was out of place probably for a while before I realized it, which is weird because I should know by now that as soon as my legs don't work the same way, that it's out of place. And it's frustrating because I don't have Sage or anyone else to like adjust my back for me right now. So I have been able to get it into place myself, which is good because I haven't been able to do that before, but it hasn't stuck. So I really need to get this tempo in today, but at the same time, if I feel like my legs aren't working the same way because my SI joint is out of place, then it's got to be scratched, and I'll wait till another day when I feel better. But it is a little scary that it's not, that things aren't going as well as I'd hope for right now. So we'll see. I'm just gonna make the best of the day. It's high 30s right now, but it's not raining, so I'm really happy about that because like high 30s and rain is just miserable this time of year. But since it's not raining, really don't mind this weather right now. Even though it's a cloudy day, it's quite pretty here. I don't know if I've ever been to this part of the bike path before, so excited to give it a shot and just try to make the best of the day. So that went better than expected. That was actually my longest. It's more of an up-tempo. The longest up-tempo in a really long time. So not complaining there. Like form, I really had to focus on keeping my pelvis stable, but I was able to do it for the most part. So I'm really happy with that. It could be a lot faster still. Like to get back to some old times, but I'm happy with where I was at today. And I was mostly just happy that my SI joint didn't act up too much and I was able to hold somewhat good form. So progress, let's fingers crossed, like if I keep doing stuff to just like keep my SI joint in check and keep my pelvis stable, that this can last instead of have to keep on doing it or worrying about it. So a little bit of hope today. I'm pumped I was able to get in that long of a workout today. So progress. But now it is time to go back and to eat lunch. And I know what I was gonna say. So I got a blood test from Athlete Blood Test. So I got those results. Haven't checked them yet. I'm already calling that something's going to be high because I did a long run the day before I did the blood test, and then like later that evening, like my stomach bothered me, so I wasn't going to be able to eat or hydrate very well. So I know like some things are really high because of all those things. So I'm calling that. We'll see if I'm right. I'm actually pretty confident on this one. So yeah, I'll check back with you when I open my blood test results. What are you doing? Are you gonna come in? You got a bone? You came in. Pacer, what are you doing? What's behind the door? Pacer, you come up? Good girl. Oh, that's my package from Rabbit. That's mine. Pacer, no. Is Pacer having a good day? Are you having a good day? I see your nub going. So for your viewing pleasure, I'm shooting this in one of my childhood bedrooms. Pink at that. So anyway, it's also highly professional, I know. Can't get better than this. But anyways, I was saying earlier today, wanted to share with you some of my athlete blood test results. And before I get into that, I just want to give a special shout out to Athlete Blood Test and everybody who works there. They've really went above and beyond what a sponsor needs to do. They were there for me for some really hard times this year. They reached out and they sent a really nice
card to Sage and I recently after they found out we got robbed. And, you know, I just don't expect that from a lot of companies. So really appreciate everything Athlete Blood Test has done for me this year. And yeah, so special shout out to them. And it's so nice to work with companies that truly care about people and want to take care of them. So anyway, moving on to my Athlete Blood Test results. I did do a full video on this. It may have been published in July, but the test was actually done in June. So I'll link to that just for a more thorough blood test review. I just going to quickly go over my last results. So to be honest though, the great thing about this is it puts my June 15 results right next to my December 10th results. So that's really helpful when being able to compare and see how things have changed in the past couple of months. But I will say a lot has happened since June till now. There was a few months in there I just wasn't on top of keeping or even really thinking about supplements that much. I was taking supplements, but or just doing little things that you're supposed to be doing when you're training hard. I just wasn't thinking about it as much because I had a lot going on late summer, early fall. But this is why I took the test or did another blood test, because it was just time to make sure I was on track and see what I need to be thinking about. But overall, the results were really pretty similar and pretty good. The main points are, and I'll do screenshots of this as I go, so you're just not staring at me talking, because that's boring. Main thing was my vitamin D did get a little bit lower, and you know, I guess it's winter now, I'm wearing a lot more clothes. And honestly, that's probably the supplement I wasn't thinking about the most, is vitamin D. So good to know I need to get back on track with that. This is pretty cool. It shows my action points, so things I really need to focus on. So another one was to make sure I replenish electrolytes after workouts and throughout the day. So did this during a week where I was running a lot, and as I said, I did a long run the day before this, and yeah, I was fine for a little bit after the long run, but then all of a sudden, like in the evening, I started having just stomach issues. It wasn't bad, just like I couldn't eat or drink as much as I'd want to. So no surprise that my electrolytes were a little bit lower, but it's also good for me to know, just to make sure I'm not just drinking plain water. Even when I'm doing like a 10-mile run, it's so dry in Colorado right now. And I also, a lot of people have too much salt in their diet, where, you know, I'm pretty plant-based, so I don't have a lot of extra added salt in my diet, so that could be part of it too. Continuing on, oh, this was a good thing. My iron did go up slightly, so I was happy about that. And the only thing I've changed since June was I followed the recommendation to take a slow release iron supplement a little bit before I go to bed. So apparently that's working, so I'm happy with that. My B12 is still high, which it's not affecting, like it's not a bad thing. Really, like it's not to hurt my health, but at the same time, like I obviously don't need to be taking very much B12 at all, so I'm not going to. And then what I called before, I had elevated AST, which is just from the muscle damage after a long run. So no surprise that was high for me. You know, like obviously I have a significant amount of muscle damage after a long run or a speed workout, and especially the long run I did. It was like 10 miles uphill, so then 10 miles of downhill, which a lot of it was on pavement. So obviously gonna feel a little beat up after that. But yeah, that was pretty much it. Otherwise, everything looked pretty good, and I'm happy with where I'm at. And so just like a couple little tweaks that are really easy to make, and that's why it's so nice to get this blood test, because like, yeah, I can see everything, but then their little recommendations are really nice to read through as well. So not going to bore you with any more of that. As I said, I did do a longer video on this before, which I'll link to. As I think I said in my last video, I'm in Ohio right now. Not going to run as high as much mileage, but hopefully I'll fingers crossed I'll be able to take advantage of being at sea level and being able to get in some more speed workouts. We'll love to focus more on speed right now, and we'll see how that goes. So I'll definitely be giving you some shots of Pacer soon, because Pacer is going to show us all how to live our best life. I think right now, because of my dad who adores her, she is averaging about 2 hours worth of belly rubs per day, an endless amount of treats. So Pacer just, oh man, she's so happy to be here. It's adorable how much her and my dad love each other. So I'm gonna make sure I go find Pacer and get some shots of her for all of you.
Pacer! What are you doing? I know what you're doing. Jimmy, where are you going? Pacer!
Starting January 1.
Is it dinner time? Yes. Come here. Come here. Please go.
Alright, it's time for me to wrap up this video because I really need to wrap some Christmas presents. This is Pacer's present, or one may have went a little over top this year. Yeah, this is Pacer's present. It's a pillow, and if you know Pacer, you know she loves her pillows. So clearly she needed her own camping pillow, and then this should be good for Ray too, because then Pacer won't steal her pillow. Always thinking of Pacer, obviously. But yeah, that's it for this video. I know it was a short one, but as always, thanks so much for watching. Until next time, keep running wild.